Right on time here as we join the next game in the CDL East quarterfinal bracket between UPenn and University of Toronto here on Dota. Thanks for joining us, guys. I'm Maut. And we had a very long, very interesting game one between a fed Dragonite, essentially a pretty farmed Nagasirate and Bounty Hunter, but just too much damage coming out of the Dragonite at the end, and it was just too much. So thanks for joining us again, guys. Here in game two. So best of three series right now. And I think if you're on the side of University of Toronto, you say, well, we got exactly what we wanted out of that game. You had a Templar Assassin, you had a Bat Rider, pretty much winning the early game for them. The Dragonite getting a few kills as well. And then the Dragonite's farm just got out of control. So I don't know what's going to be the change here for UPenn, but they've got some time to think about it here in this pick ban phase. First ban going to be Sven on the side of UT. Don't want to have to deal with that. Not a surprise there. I don't think we're going to see any sort of Svens here in this entire series. Now UPenn has to get it together, or this is going to be over for them, and they'll be heading down to the losers bracket. So University of Toronto in a very strong position, but if UPenn can maybe claw back for a game three, anything's possible. So Darkseer, the ban from UPenn right now. And in just a moment, we'll have another ban coming from the side of University of Toronto. Oh my god, that was a freaking marathon of a game. Just like back and forth and team fight and not team fight for like 20 minutes and then team fight and then not team fight for 20 minutes. Just like, alright, well, just pick something, I guess. Just do something. So, that won't be the problem this game, I hope. Not. They really wanted to make sure the farm was there for the Dragonite. I mean, they really wanted to make sure. In fact, they gave the Aegis, I think, at one point to the Templar Assassin. That was probably a mistake, because if they gave it to the Dragonite, he's probably in a good position to fight, and he probably kills some people, and he probably survives with an Aegis and goes crazy and kills people. He died so quick at one point that he wasn't able to use his cheese, which would have saved his life for sure. So, interesting that didn't happen. Once again, Magnus banned out from the side of UPenn, and this time around it'll be Undying for University of Toronto. They have the first pick again. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a Bat Rider. I would be very surprised to see anything else. The Bat Rider's been so strong for them, played by LV, getting that initiation. It will be the Bat Rider. Frustrating to deal with. I don't know if they're going to pick up the Templar Assassin on the side of Penn, or if they give it to University of Toronto. So, they have a choice to make right now. What is the choice that you make in this scenario? That was the question. I'm not really sure. They picked up Bounty Hunter first last time. It didn't work for them really in that entire game previously. I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, you pick up the Templar Assassin, you risk going mid against the Bat Rider. They will pick up the Bounty Hunter again. And they need to make it work better than they did last time. I think both teams wanted to go for an aggressive tri-lane, but they went into the aggressive tri-lane, but it was against a solo hero, so what happened was they actually got the better end of it down in the bottom lane with Leshrac because they pushed so hard early on. What happened was UT got a very early advantage by pushing towers with Leshrac, pushing Bounty Hunter out of the lane, then rotating the top lane, pushing that tower, rotating mid, pushing that tower, pushing towers early on, and then win team fights with the gold that you've gotten. They didn't have a level 5 tide. They had a level 6 tide hunter really late into the game. Templar Assassin's the choice of UPenn, interestingly enough. But yeah, they had a level like 5 Tide Hunter for the longest time. They didn't have Nagasiren's ult as well, so it's really hard to fight into something when you can't really stop aggression, you know, if you get caught out, things of that nature. So University of Toronto, they had a sizable lead, and they carried it through the late game. Despite them being very close to getting, you know, a tier 3 taken sometimes, they were really in never any position to be, like, afraid or anything like that. I'm just surprised it took them so long. I guess it was tough because the Nagasiren kept pushing the lanes out, which is frustrating, but at the same time, they were, even with lanes pushed out, they could afford to fight, you know, in scenarios like that uphill into the tier 3, which is very hard to do without a pipe, which they didn't have, or, you know, a mech even, which they didn't have. So, if UPenn can get the better early game this time around, they might be able to take game 2. And we'll have to see. I mean, it's really all about the initiation that they got, the counter initiation as well. University of Toronto will pick up the Jakiro this time around, so Jakiro changing hands in terms of teams. One more pickup this time around from the side of UT as well. I'll have to see what it is. It's going to the Tide Hunter. So University of Toronto switching sides just a little bit in terms of teams and heroes. Another Rubik pickup for the side of University of Penn. The mid hero didn't really work for Solaris this time around. Will they change it up? Will they send him as a support? I'd have to imagine so because you have the Templar Assassin. but at least throws a monkey wrench into your idea if you're University of Toronto. Like, well, we don't know if they're going to send Rubik mid again against maybe the Batrider. Because if it's Rubik versus Batrider, I mean, Batrider still gets the edge, I think, but you've got that disable on the Batrider, which makes it a little bit easier on the side of UPenn instead of having that Templar Assassin getting taken down so quickly and that Refraction just getting popped, essentially making it very hard to last hit because Refraction, of course, giving you that bonus damage. Getting a Magic Stick, though, is probably, like, it's your #1 priority against a mid Batrider. We'll have to see if they do send him mid, if they do get another mid hero. We are in the second ban phase. Jug is going to be banned up for the University of Toronto. They don't want to have to deal with that hero, unsurprisingly. Anti-Mage, the next ban for UPenn, which is surprising to me. Dragonite could be picked up again, honestly, for University of Toronto. It works so well for them. But I don't think it's going to work maybe in terms of this lineup because they want a stun to go with their tri-lane. But they already have Jakira, so they don't really need another one of those. They might ban out Chaos Knight, though. I think Chaos Knight needs to be banned by either team because he's just such a strong hero in general. And with that setup stun, it essentially allows you for free kills. Like it does with Sven, essentially. But it'll be a Lina ban from University of Toronto, interestingly enough. And they had a Daedalus on the Lina in the previous game, which was questionable at best. Chaos Knight will be banned by UPenn just to make sure that he doesn't get in there. Like I said, that he's a very strong hero, doesn't need to get banned. I'm not surprised that he is banned out. So, in just a moment, we'll have the last two bans, and we'll get into the last two picks as well for each team. And then that'll be it. We'll get into the game. And if UPenn cannot take this game, it'll be University of Toronto moving on, and UPenn go into the lower bracket. So, I appreciate you joining us tonight, guys. A lot of games coming in here. We got a lot of time. There will be a break in between the East quarterfinals and the West quarterfinals, which are at 7 p.m. EST. That's 1 o'clock CET if you're in Europe. It'll also be 4 PST. So I'm throwing out here a lot of time. A lot of time knowledge on you. I do have a lot of friends that enjoy the fact that they're Pacific Coasters, so I have to always cater to them whenever I play Dota. I play Dota mostly with Pacific Coasters. I'm not sure why. There's like 1 or 2 other guys that I play with that are East Coasters, but most of them are Pacific Coasters. So it makes for really times to be playing Dota. It's like 3 a.m. and I'm just like, oh, yeah, I can play another game. It's totally fine. It's whatever. It'll be like 4 a.m. I'm just like, well, I have to get up pretty soon. Maybe this was a mistake. Which is primarily the reason why I may be so sick. I'm actually going to ban out Viper. I don't know why. I think UT is just sort of troll banning right now. Viper is a good counter to Templar Assassin, and I don't know why they would ban him out in general. So I'm pretty sure they're going to give UPenn whatever they want to give them, and then UT is just going to pick whatever they want. So it's a very interesting pick up there. Dragonite's going to be the ban for UPenn, and unsurprisingly, after the game that they had to deal with last game, Nyx is going to be the next pickup for UT. Arguably a stronger hero than Dragonite in general, just because he's got that early on magic immunity. Of course, he's got Open Wounds, he's got Infest, which essentially is like a free cheese if you think about it. And of course, he's got the lifesteal. So a strong hero if you can get some farm on him. Some people like going early Midas, others just like getting Armlet as quickly as possible, and then just trying to force team fights, which he's very good with. Let's track the next pickup, and then of course the Storm Spirit, a hero I've seen a few times here early on, especially in Sex. I've seen it a lot in Sex, SCCS, the Sunday Evening Cup Series, so I've seen a Wisp Storm Spirit all the time. And then finally a Faceless Void pickup here for the side of UPenn. So Chronospheres are the name of the game. And Fade Bolt damage inside that Chronosphere Split Earth as well could be a big deal. But of course, Templar Assassin can't get too close because she's going to want to try to get damage in there. But early on with Side Blades, it's not going to be enough distance and not be enough range. Maybe with the Max Side Blade, she can stand at the edge if they're at the edge of the Chronosphere. We'll have to see. It's all about positioning right now. However, Storm Spirit is going to be a frustrating thing to deal with. Same with the Lifesteal. It looks like they will be sending the Batrider off lane again once again. It'll be Storm Spirit mid, maybe. And we'll have to see, though. Waiting on the Bounty Hunter pickup here from the side of... Who is it? Weirda. I think it's Weirda. So Weirda is going to be up on the Bounty Hunter, it looks like. Stellaris will be heading mid on the Templar Assassin. Looks like it'll be Rubik, Leshrac, and Faceless Void in the tri-lane. I doubt it'll be an aggressive one. It's very difficult to do an aggressive tri-lane with a Faceless Void. He doesn't really provide nearly enough damage to make that work, especially against a Lifestealer. That could be a bad idea. So we'll have to see in just a moment. Once again, thanks for joining us. This is the CDL, the Collegiate Dota 2 League. This is a best-of-3 series. This is Game 2. Game 1 was taken by University of Toronto, University of Pennsylvania. ASOT will be on that Faceless Void. We're going to see, you like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward, on Leshrac. Solaris will be on the Templar Assassin. Wilco on the Rubik and Finally heading down to the bottom lane is Weirda on the Bounty Hunter. So switching the roles around a little bit. Styx will be on the Lifestealer, going to see LV on the Bat Rider. It looks like he actually is heading mid. Error. Interesting. So Static Remnant's not really working, unfortunately. Yunji will be on the Storm Spirit. Kim will be on the Tidehunter. And Drusicka will be on the Jakiro. I want to see what they're going to be doing this. I want to see how they're going to lane this. I'm very interested to see what they're doing here. I mean, LV will probably mid Bat Rider. It looks like he's sitting around this lane. It looks like they're actually going to send Styx down bottom with Yunji. So maybe a support Storm Spirit. I'm questioning that decision. And maybe off lane Tidehunter, or they're going to dual lane. I don't know what the hell they're doing. I honestly, I don't know what they're doing. I really don't. So whatever. That's fine. Top lane will not be an aggressive tri lane. Asot, Wilco, and you like Krabby Patties, don't you? Leshrac will be on that tri lane right there. So a nice little safe tri lane, but they need to make sure that the Faceless Void can get some farm. Did he get a Quelling Blade is the question. No, he did not. Faceless Void not getting a Quelling Blade. Difficult to last hit with, but not impossible. Especially for those who are practiced with it. Weirda will be heading down to the bottom lane. So Bat Rider mid, dual lane top with Styx and Kim, and then bottom lane, I don't know what the hell's happening. So it looks like it's going to be solo Yunji. Nope, it's going to be an aggressive lane. All right, cool, excellent. Aggressive tri lane. So Styx with Jakiro, of course, in the Tidehunter. Going to try to get some kills early on. Smoke gank already here happening from Leshrac and from Wilco. They've got a lot of control here. If they can get the telekinesis off, they do need to be careful, but and it looks like Asot will be trying to stay behind here. We will see actually in the jungle, Kim down a little bit just below, and Styx as well. And meanwhile on the mid lane, there's going to be a telekinesis. The Splitter actually barely missing, so LV should be able to get out just fine. He did skill sticking Napalm first, but that's going to be a failed gank, and he's just fine right now. It's going to give some room for Solaris to farm though, at least for the moment. For the time being, if you will. Heading up back to the top lane. Asot is here alone right now, and I think if they notice, they might go for a kill as quickly as possible. He's not going to be able to get to any real last hits right now. You can see the Nyx has one, the Faceless Void has one, so it's 55 seconds of the game, a little too early to tell. Well, the last hits, he's actually going to miss that one under the tower, unfortunately. So, bottom lane is going to be solo versus solo. It'll be Yunji in a solo lane against Weirda in a solo lane. I don't know who's really got the advantage here. Weirda's actually only level 1 right now, whereas Yunji's level 2. And of course, the Overload's very annoying for Weirda to deal with. He'll have to use his Shadow Wall consistently to try to get out of there. It looks like a pull will be happening here as this camp has been warded up. The small camp is being pulled right now from Wilco. He can actually, it's stacked and then pulled, so nice job there. So this will be a pull for them. And they'll be under the tower, but they do need to be careful. They can actually maybe dive this. And Asot does have to be careful, but Styx will zone him out, or get zoned out, I should say, from you like Krabby Patties. Is that the same? Is that Tidehunter from last game? I don't know. Another last hit going for Asot, though, so good job there. 6 last hits going for the Nyx at this point in time, 4 for the Faceless Void, so not that even right now, and Styx is getting the better of it. And down here in the bottom lane, 8 last hits for Yunji. He's doing very well for himself. He's going to get a nice deny there, and Weirda's realizing that he can't really do much. He's going to check the rune down in the bottom lane. It will spawn in a moment if it is bottom, and it's going to be a regen. Weirda will pick that up real quick, I think. I don't think he's going to let Solaris get that. He doesn't really need it. So Solaris with regeneration. So a few last hits of his own. 5 last hits, in fact, tied up with the Bat Rider right now. Something we haven't been seeing is some pulling in the mid lane right now. Wilco actually taking a bit of gush damage, and Kim trying to stop him from stacking this and doing whatever, and continuing to pull. So making it difficult for Wilco to do so. And Gush is now out of mana. Wilco can actually turn around and Fable it if he wants. He can actually right-click as well. So Kim can't really stay here for too much longer, because Wilco could actually maybe, if they get another rotation, they could kill him here. But actually, we're going to see Drusicka going to come out here and going to help try to kill Wilco, or try to at least push him back here. And Wilco's going to head back into lane right now. 9 last hits for Asot. He's caught up just a little bit. 600 gold right now for him. The Ice Path going to make it so he misses this last hit. There's going to be a splitter that's actually going to miss on all 3 of them, surprisingly enough. It's in between pretty much all 3 of them, and that's going to be kind of unfortunate. So last hits are kind of even, but Yunji down here in the bottom lane is really the wild card right now. You can see that Bounty Hunter has 3 last hits in comparison to 16 for Yunji. So Yunji doing very well for himself. He's got 1,000 gold right now, and he's blast hitting like a champ, and Weirda can't do much. He's got to send him to this tower, which is fine. But nice denies coming in from Yunji as well, so making it difficult for Weirda to last hit, and Yunji's just having his way with this lane right now. Weirda's trying his best to last hit, and it's just not going well for him. He's getting the experience at least, but Yunji's so far ahead right now. You can see in terms of both experience and gold. Mid lane still going pretty evenly, 9 last hits for both of those heroes. But Solaris will get initiated on pretty soon once this Stick Napalm and Firefly is leveled up. LV could actually turn around and try to go on Solaris right now. And Solaris not going for the Magic Stick, which we usually see against the Bat Rider. A very interesting choice there. ASOT with 12 less, Snakes with 13, excuse me. And he'll be backtracking. 1-1-1 is the skill build. Left track in some trouble. There's a Gush as well, but not going to fly out. Nice time lock proc there onto Kim, and he's going to take some damage from the tower as well. So he's actually pretty low. He does have a salve, which he can use for himself, or he can eat a tree. He will take the salve, though. Heading top right now, LV using his Firefly, looking like he was going to go for a kill there on Solaris, but he's alright. He uses his battle charges, and he's able to last hit as well. Invis rune going to be popped off, and he might head top. He doesn't have a lasso, though, so maybe not. Nor does he have a lot of mana to go for a Firefly and a bunch of Seeking Napalm, so we'll have to see what happens. More pulling going to be the action here from Wilco. It is a stacked creep camp, and the pull should be happening in moments once the creep wave does come. As you see, it's spawning right now. ASOT at 13 last hits, 15 for the next, so he's caught up a little bit. And Lifestealer, he's got his boots already, so it looks like Treads will be his first choice. Drew Sika and Kim not getting too much in terms of farm as well. But right now, Yunji is the story with 27 last hits, but he's giving a little bit of room to Weirda to farm right now, and he does need it. He's almost level 5, whereas Storm Spirit's actually level 6, so he's pretty far ahead right now. He's actually just picked up his Treads in full, and that's a pretty big deal. So Yunji and a solo lane against the Bounty Hunter doing very well for himself. ASOT kind of at half health right now. He doesn't need to he needs to be very careful. He's actually got 2 in backtrack, which is good, but still, if that Ice Path hits, he's going to be in some trouble. And they're going to try to push him and zone him back, but there is another pull happening from Wilco. So Tower is going to get, I think he missed it. Or he's just using his Fable to kill it. I don't know what happened. But it doesn't matter regardless. There's the Ice Path on the A side. He's taking a bit of damage, but he'll back off and he will pop up that salve and he'll be okay for the moment. We will see Wilco rotate back in, and this aggressive tri lane, it hasn't really been paying dividends yet. They haven't gotten any kills, but the same thing for Penn. They really haven't gotten too many kills either. And the last hits haven't been going the way it faces Void. 19 to 14 right now in terms of the last hits. Meanwhile, First Blood is actually going to go mid right now. LB getting it with the Firefly. Missed that one now. Nice split earth on the side of Drew Sika. That should be the kill up there. Wilco taking some damage from open wounds. ASOT trying to chase, does not have his chrono, but Kim taking damage from Edict. Kim taking a lot of damage. She should be going down here. Is there a time walk available for ASOT? There is. One more right click should do the job. Kim trying to juke. Doesn't matter. ASOT's going to get the kill there. So First Blood going for the Batrider, but it doesn't matter. They get 2 in exchange in the top lane right now, and that's a big pickup for UPenn. They need that. Bottom lane, though, you can't ever count out Yunji, who is level 7 right now. He's got that ball lightning. He's playing pretty effectively, and we're at level 5, almost level 6, and if he can get that track goal, he'd be in a good position, but he really can't afford to stay in this lane anymore. Yunji's essentially got a free lane right now. He's got 39 last hits at 627 as a solo Storm Spirit. Like, what? That doesn't really ever happen. Doesn't matter. 6 going to get telekinesis up. He might be in some trouble. Split Earth not going to land. Rage is going to fly immediately thereafter, and there's going to be an Ice Path and push him back, but now ASOT's got some room to farm. They're a little scared to go into this lane right now, so I wouldn't blame them either. So it looks like he's going to pick up Treads first, surprisingly. I don't know if he's going to go for a Battle Fury, if he's going to go for Midas, or if he's just going to try to get farmed the good old-fashioned way. The fact is that Solaris going down early on actually gives Batrider a lot of room to farm. He's got 23 last hits right now, and Solaris can't really afford to be... He's going to Firefly away, actually, and Telekinesis actually misses the creep. Split Earth going to fly, maybe, no. LV's going to try to maybe turn this around. Flame Break onto 1. He's actually going to lasso on Solaris. He's going to turn this around, definitely. Solaris looks like he will go down. Split Earth does miss, and LV now looking for a double kill. Might be able to find it. In fact, he will do so. There's going to be a TP rotation in from Weirda. It doesn't matter. They can't really catch him. He's got a Firefly on cooldown right now, so they need to get this kill. Here comes Kim, though. They want another kill. Ravage not available. They should be able to get this kill on LV. Will they be able to do so? Firefly not available. Flame Break going to push them back. LV, Shuriken will get the kill, though, from the Bounty Hunter. So a rotation coming in from Drew Sika right now, but they trade. I think they got the Leshrac kill, and no, they didn't get the Leshrac kill. They got the Templar Assassin, though. So what turned into be, they wanted to get 1 and lose 0. It was 1-for-1 trade, so nice job there by LV. Top lane, though, ASOT's alone right now. He needs to be very careful right now. He does have his chrono, though, which is a good sign, so they won't be able to chain up stuns as much. He'd be able to back off with that chrono if needed, but he's going to get zoned out from Drew Sika right now. He's got no backup here. His rest of his team is either in his jungle or down to the mid lane right now, where you see this stack up is happening from Wilco. He's going to try to pull it as well. Looks like he might be able to do so. He might miss it, though. He's going to try to block the creep wave. He got most of it. Alright, so it's only 1 creep. It's not bad. Barely, just barely getting that 1 creep leaving. He's like, I'm going to go. It's fine. It's just me. I'm totally going to do this on my own. I'm going to take out the entire other team. But, oh shit, this is a big creep wave. Oh no. Little creep. And he's food for the lifesteal. Gloves of Haste for him. Looks like it'll be Treads early on unless he wants to buy that recipe for the Midas, which he might do so. It's a little far behind, and ASOT's... I mean, not in terms of farm, but he, you know, getting the kills for ASOT's a pretty big deal. Meanwhile, actually, we're going to see an initiation here on the Leshrac up here into the jungle right now. Drewsticka rotating in with LV to get that kill, and then, in fact, they do get it. So 3 for 3, it is the trade. Yunji's still down here in the bottom lane, still farming away. He's got 56 last hits in 9 minutes into the game, so he's got almost enough to buy a big item. He's got almost 2,000 gold at this point in time, and yeah, he's looking pretty strong right now. And there's going to be telekinesis on Styx. Chronosphere as well will be popped up. Will they be able to get the kills? The question, yes, Styx will go down. Oh no, the ice path. They need one more. They need one more. And he's going to get it. Wilco getting that kill. Rubik going to finish him off there. They wanted the kill for Asad. It doesn't matter though. Getting the kill on that Lifestealer is a good idea regardless. They use the Chronosphere. Not a bad usage of it. So 4 for 3 is the trade. Penn getting the better of a few of these trades, honestly. Solaris getting some room to farm while these ganks are happening up in the jungle with LV, but he's actually still eclipsing him. He's almost got enough for a blink dagger right now, as you can see. He's very close to 2150. Regular boots for the Templar Assassin. That's about it. Nothing else. And the bottle, of course. Yunji buying a TP plus the Ring of Health. Looks like it might be a Bloodstone, actually, because he might go Perseverance to that Bloodstone, or he could go for a Lincoln Sphere. Something like that. We'll have to see. Got plenty of time to look out for that, though. Mid lane, we actually see 2 here. Kim has rotated out of that tri-lane right now, and now trying to get some farm is Asad on this creep wave, who actually did pull Ring of Health for him, so it looks like it'll be a Battle Fury, and that's a big deal. If you can get a Battle Fury, that's going to be some nice farm, plus a lot of cleave damage in that Chronosphere, which is a big deal. And that's going to start his farm train if he can get that finished up relatively quickly, but it's not going to be something like a 13-minute Battle Fury, which we see so often. Meanwhile, Batrider getting another kill in the mid lane, non-Templar Assassin, using that Firefly, the lasso, of course, and now he's got enough for a Blink Dagger. So early on, University of Toronto with a great start. Penn, they've got a few kills up here in the top lane on the hard carry, which is good, but Yunji's been getting essentially free farm. I mean, Weird is not doing anything. He's got his phase boots, which is great. It's more than they had last game early on, but other than that, there's not a whole lot going on. Wilco rotating mid right now. Batrider's missing as well at this point. Bottom lane, looks like the Batrider is here looking for a kill. He's got no lasso. He's going to buy up his Blink Dagger real quick. Maybe try to push this lane. Nice little Observer Ward here from the side of University of Toronto. Going to give them vision on that high ground up onto the river. Asad here with Styx. Chronosphere not available for another 7 seconds. It is available in 7 seconds, though, so that's the downside for Styx. And they can maybe even dive this. If you get the Chrono in the tower, it stops the tower from attacking you, obviously. Styx going to back off, though. They do take the bottom tower, though. Yunji getting the kill there. It looks like no, it was just taken by the creeps. It doesn't really matter, though. Perseverance is finished up for the Storm Spirit. And that's a big deal, so Weird trying to back off. He's got really not a lot of farming comparison. He looks at Jakiro levels as well. 5 for the Jakiro, 5 for Drewsticka as well, or excuse me, for the Leshrac as well. So, I mean, it's tied in terms of like experience and stuff. It's about 11 minutes in the game. I want to check the graphs real quick. 2,000 going for experience in the favor of University of Toronto. Gold about 5,000. Wow, that's a lot. It seems like it would have been nice, but no, they're doing pretty well for themselves. They're going to try to counter ward this. Now Weirdo's in some trouble. He's going to get Sentry warded up. LV's going to come in. He's going to steal. Weirdo in some trouble, though. He's actually going to get lassoed. Wilco only stealing the sticky napalm, so not really doing too much. Actually, sold Flame Break. I thought he sold sticky napalm, but LV now just trying to chase right after somebody. Flame Break, or excuse me, Firefly will be done in just a second. LV going to fly over the Roshan pit, maybe. There's the trap coming out from Solaris. They can't really fight this, though, because Yuji's here. He's got plenty of mana. Well, not plenty, but he's going to push them back. Still, top lane. 2 are trying to farm right now. They can't really avoid. They can't. You can't fight without that Chronosphere. Once they get that Chronosphere going and the damage from Void, that'll be pretty important. And Denai's coming in. 74 last hits at 12 minutes in a game for Yunji is pretty good. So he's farming what looks to be a Bloodstone, and that's going to be difficult for them to kill early on. I mean, that's going to make him tanky. It's going to make him like get a ton of mana regen. So that's a pretty big pickup. And then he'll go for some damage kind of maybe 4 an orc level, and so we'll have to see. Asot now is level 8. 46 last hits. He's actually tied with Lifestealer, who's not sure what he's going for. Well, it looks like it's not the Handamitis that I thought it might have been. 1,400 gold for him. He can buy the recipe if he wants to, but I don't think so. It's 12 minutes of the game, kind of a late Handamitis. You see 4 rotations coming in. Weird and needs to be careful. They're pinging on PX Kim. They're going to find out Yunji's here as well. They're going to ping on him in just a second. Penn needs to be very careful. Drew looks like they're going to get caught out. There's going to be slurs landing on a few, but there's the Ravage doing a ton of damage. Open wounds as well. There's the Chronosphere going to save his life. Maybe not. No. Asot taking too much damage, and now he's leaving his friends behind. Wilco and Krabbat is in a lot of trouble. Asot will in fact go down. 2 for nothing trade right now, and there's going to be 3 for nothing, and Wilco's going to go down as well. There's a telekinesis onto the LV. Still wants to chase though, and there's the ball lightning, and that's it. Triple kill for Yunji, and the ball lightning doing so much damage. The pulls, the static remnant, everything going his way right now. Just too good. Just too much stuff to deal with, honestly. And they're going to take a tier 1 as well. So unfortunate Chronosphere for the Faceless Void, essentially catching all of his friends in it and leaving them behind and just sort of leaving them high and dry. And this lineup looking very good right now for the side of University of Toronto. The Ravage was excellent. I mean, he was low damage, and so was the Jakiro, but they were able to turn it around with the Ravage. And of course, Solaris wasn't there, so a lot of the damage coming in from UPenn wasn't able to happen. And they're not going to push this tier 2, not that it matters. University of Toronto in a very strong position already. That should have given a lot of farm to the Lifestealer. In fact, he's going to be able to finish up his armlet relatively quickly. Courier sitting at Secret Shop. And that's Vitality Booster for Yunji, who is very close to his Bloodstone right now. He just actually needs the Energy Booster, and then he's got it. So Bloodstone will be done in a few minutes, and that's going to be that. And Six, though, is actually in some trouble. They need this kill. He's going to try to juke it, but it doesn't matter. Fable will get the kill from Wilco, making sure that doesn't happen again. So 9-5 the score. Getting the kill on Lifestealer, pretty important. ASOT does need to get some farm going right now. He's trying to farm in the lane. He's got enough for Voidstone. He wants to get the Claymore, though, or the Broadsword, I'd imagine. He's actually pretty close, and once that happens, he can farm like crazy, and then he'll probably be the... That'll be difficult for them to stop, honestly. Nyx is hard to out-carry if faces Void, so we'll have to see if that does happen. He's getting a decent amount of farm right now. Actually, mid right now looks to be in the engagement. LV taking a lot of damage. He is going to get he's going to get a kill, looks like, or help get a kill. Him getting the kill on the bounty hunter, but he looks like he will go down right now. And Leshrac is going to get pinked out, so it looks like a 2-for-2 trade. Maybe 2-for-3 Solaris is going to meld right now. He shouldn't be in tower range. There's the Infest. He's taking a lot of damage. There's the pull. Nice Chronosphere, though, and 6 is going to be the target. They want more damage, but Solaris is alone, and ASOT is going to try to keep getting the kill on Solaris. Solaris needs to back off. Overload going as well. ASOT, not the best Chronosphere. He's in some trouble right now. He's going to try to turn on 6. There's a nice time lock proc onto the Lifestealer as well, but so 2-for-2 trade, getting the Lifestealer and the Tide Hunter, but losing the Bounty Hunter and the Leshrac in the process. Leshrac is sort of just food. And Drew Sicka says, "Welp, I suck. I don't know why." Looks like he might have been trying to go for a kill on Wilco and barely missing it, unfortunately. So Wilco's okay. He'll be able to get out just fine, but
Dire's middle tower is under
the Chronosphere wasn't nearly enough damage for ASOT, and he's actually going to move down to the bottom lane and get some farm as well. He does finish up the Perseverance rather than going for that Claymore or for the Broadsword early on. And now we see an engagement maybe looking to happen here in the mid tower, and the tower is going to go down. There's a nice Ice Path plus the Ravage. Refraction was up, but it doesn't matter. Leshrac is going to die for sure. And Drew Sick is actually going to go down immediately, though, because Solaris does use that meld damage, but Solaris is going to get lasted up, and he's going to go down as well. So 1-for-1 trade, actually 2-for-1 trade with a buyback coming in from the Templar Assassin. Wilco going to try to take this. Styx here is coming in. Ball Lightning coming in as well. Going to get the kill on Weirda. Do they have vision is the question. He'll back off, but he's not going to dare take that haste room. He'll be able to get out, I think. Maybe even just TP if he wants to. There's actually... That's Dire Ward, so he's okay. But buyback coming in from the Templar Assassin, maybe not needed, but maybe need to stop some aggression. Bloodstone is finished up for the Storm Spirit, and that's kind of a big deal, so that's going to be a lot of damage. That's going to be a lot of damage, but ASOT is actually in the bottom lane. He was farming away, and he's actually going to TP out, realizing that he's a little too close to that tower, a little too close to TP support, and LV going to head down bottom, get some farm as well. Almost has enough for treads. TP coming in as well for the side of Trusicka. Lifestealer not getting too much farm because he's been dying a little bit, but actually he's only died twice. ASOT's died once at least, I think, yeah. So, I mean, at this point, Yunji's going to be carrying through the mid game because he's got that Bloodstone. Whatever's next, I'm sure it'll probably be something like a Orchid or, Hexa, a Scythe of Eyes, and something like that. And they've just been getting so many kills. They've been getting towers when they want to get them, and they've been getting a lot of experience. You can see 6,000 experience going in the favor of the University of Toronto, about 7,000, 8,000 in gold. So yeah, they've got that early lead once again, and now it's not as annoying to deal with where you have a Naga Siren and Illusions, pushing your lanes out. But this time around, you've got a Chronosphere with ASOT. As long as he can get a good Chronosphere, he'll be in a good position. Looks like they will fortify this tower. Will there be some secret rotations? I'm not sure. There will be one secret rotation. It's going to be LV. ASOT's just saying, I'm going to stay right here. There's actually going to be a ball lighting in. Chronosphere onto 2. There's going to be a telekinesis. They might put him right back in, and they're going to back off, realizing they can't fight this. So they need to back immediately. But there's going to be a ball lighting into a pull from Wilco. They can't stay right now. They really cannot afford to stay. There's going to be the last one to ASOT. Is going as well. ASOT is in some trouble. He's going to not be able to get out on this time. He did buy the Broadsword before he went down, so he's not going to really lose any money, but he does give that kill up to Yunji, who is on a mega kill streak, and he's looking very strong. He's level 12 right now, and that was not the best aggression you could have asked for from UPenn. That was just not what they wanted. And Toronto showing excessive poise, TPing in when needed, and of course wasting the Chronosphere as well. And then TPs came out shortly thereafter as well. So looking for a kill though on Drew Sicka, and they might find it. There's not a lot of help here from Drew Sicka, and he's in some trouble. There's a meld damage. Sentry Ward going as well. They want to find Weird out. They do pop the Sentry Ward in the mid lane. Doesn't matter though. Yunji's here. They do get the kill though, and that's some trackle that they needed desperately, but That's not going to help them too much. They need like 10 more of those, essentially, to be really back into this. Of course, they are very close to a Battle Fury. They just need the Claymore, which is about 1,400 gold away for the Faceless Void. And once that happens, then they can afford to maybe give him some more farm. And once he gets treads, well, he has treads, but once he gets his next big item, whether it be a Chrysalis, something like that, we'll have to see. And then he'll be in a really good position. But farming the jungle will be difficult to do. As you can see, they have so much control. LV's like playing very deep into the jungle. We're just actually going to find him out right now. They're going to ping on him. There's not a whole lot of help here from Styx or for LV, but they've got a lot of mobility right now. LV actually might go for Lasso right here. He might get baited into one. There's the Firefly as well. There's the open wounds, but LV, he can force step away, but he's going to fly over on the high ground, and he's actually going to get telekinesis back, so LV's still in some trouble right now. Will he go down is the question, and they will. There'll be a track kill as well, so Templar Assassin getting that one, and that's a big kill for them. 47 seconds on that respawn time. They have some room to farm mid now. They have some room to farm for the Faceless Void. And Firefly was stolen by Wilco, as you can see. Ha ha ha, hilarious. That's pretty cute. So. And that gave some gold to Faceless Void as well. And he's starting to get very close to that Battle Fury. It's a 20-minute Battle Fury, which is not really what you want, but of course, he did go for treads first. He was in an aggressive tri-lane, or against an aggressive tri-lane. Meanwhile, Yuji's actually going to rotate mid and get an easy kill on Solaris. There's going to be open wounds on Weirda. They have the Sentry Ward there. Weirda is going to go down, so Styx going to get a dominating streak there. Lifestealer getting the kill. So, and now they'll have time to push this tier 2 tower mid. Even though they don't have a Bat Rider, they should be able to at least do a little bit of damage once the creeper gets here. As you can see, it's DD rune for Storm Spirit. He's going to do a few right clicks to it. Meanwhile, Faceless Void getting some free farm top. He needs to keep getting free farm. They're going to take the tier 2 tower in the meantime, and that'll extend their gold advantage right now. And Yuji sitting on 2,000 gold, and they're looking pretty good. So, yeah, I don't know what there's... I mean, Penn's pretty far behind once again. They really need that Faceless Void to get farm. They need to get the Chronosphere and the damage going, but it's just not going to be enough right now. Styx has his armlet. They're going to actually smoke up immediately and look for something just to back off. So they have no idea where they're going. Void now maybe feeling a little not good about where he is, so he might just TP out.
Bottom tower is under
Sitting here at the secret shop. They're actually going to ward up here, maybe up, well, counter ward.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And look for another initiation into mid lane right now, and they can do so. Yuji and everybody sitting around sort of that tier 2 bottom, and of course now around that secret shop area. There's going to be a nice long ball lighting on Wilco, and Wilco looks like he will go down. There's going to be splitters to stop him, but it doesn't matter. Wilco's dead, so Storm Spirit getting that kill, and Yuji playing that Storm Spirit like he's been playing it since he was born. Just getting crazy amounts of kills, experience 10,000 and gold 12,000 right now. Once again, University of Toronto in prime position. Asot trying to farm his way away desperately, but it's just, especially Lifestealer getting a kill on a tower too. He's got 2,000 gold in the bank. He'll be buying something pretty soon. Not sure what it'll be. You could use some more damage, obviously. You could always use more damage as a carry. It's like, that's what you do. Already sieging the tier 3 at about 21 minutes into the game. They maybe want to just do a little bit of pressure this a little bit for the time being. There's Ravage up though, Tracks are here. They have everybody available for this push except for the Lifestealer, I think. Actually, is the Lifestealer inside somebody? Yep, it's inside Yuji right now. So it's also got a Gem of True Sight, by the way, in his staff.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They're not going to go for this. Faceless Void does take the tower in the meantime, and they actually lose the tower. But now they're going to look to go maybe this time around once the creep wave does push up. Faceless Void does need help right now. He's got his Battle Fury. There's going to be the initiation, and Wilco just gets decimated. There's the Ravage as well, and it's just too much damage. They take out 2. It's a heavy dive. They might even take out 3, might even take out 4. There's Asot. He's going to Chrono in. He's got his Battle Fury and doing a bit of damage, but will they get the kill on Yuji is the question. No, Asot taking too much damage will go down as well. It was a good idea to TP in, but just not enough damage in Styx. Going to armlet toggle his way back to full life. It looks like the tower's going to hit him. He's going to armlet toggle, and now a TP coming in. Maybe not a good idea. That's actually going to get canceled from Solaris. He's the only one alive, so they're going to take this tier 3, and that's probably going to be Rax as well. Faceless Void down for 28 seconds, and University of Toronto is putting on a clinic, honestly, in terms of they don't care who you pick, they don't care who you ban. They'll play whoever, and they'll play it well. And Styx hasn't gotten the best farm. In fact, Rubik is going to get the kill on him, but now they're going to say, hey, you can't kill our Lifestealer. That's not fair. Luca's going to go down immediately. That's another death for him. Yuji trying to get out. He's got plenty of mana to ball lightning again, and he should be fine. No. Rubik getting the kill there. He actually bought back into the game just to get that kill. And now he's going to get a steal on the Ice Path. He's going to hit Drew's Sika, so they will turn this around. Costly dive, but it doesn't matter. They're too far ahead at this point. That dive was just like not necessary for the side of University of Toronto. So even that dive did cost them a few deaths. They're too far ahead for that to really matter, honestly. Excuse me. And Asot did finish his Battle Fury, but he's got not nearly enough money. And they might find Yunji in the middle lane, and I think Yunji actually bought back, so... No? Did he not die? Alright. Oh, it's Bloodstone. That's right. He had like 14 charges. Duh. Yeah, that's cool. So you can kill him, but he'll just be back in like 15 seconds anyway, so it doesn't even matter. He doesn't even have to save for buyback. He can buy whatever he wants. Drums is the next choice for Bounty Hunter, but it's a little too late, I think. They're going to try to push this tier 1 bottom. There will be a bunch of TP rotations in a minute, I imagine. Meanwhile, Ball Lightning onto Asot. Asot's in trouble. He can time off away, trying to get out of there. In fact, will do so. And Yuji's going to follow right now. Asot has his Chrono. He might use it just to stay out alive. And there's the Chrono. He's going to try to do some damage here. Not enough on Yuji, though. Yuji's going to get out of this just fine. I think he actually might be able to take care of them. And actually, Yuji will try to get out and will try to initiate. And here comes some rotations coming from the side of Kim and all of his friends, but... Yep, using the Chronosphere though. That's unfortunate. He's also pretty low in life. But he did survive. Looks like it'll be a Mask of Madness. And what better way to deal a lot of damage than to, you know, get a Mask of Madness. Just pop that bad boy and increase your farm as well. It's pretty nice. So it's flying out to him. The more of Mask is, at least he doesn't need the recipe, which is 1,000 gold away. So I don't know, man. If they can get this to the late game, they might be in a good position. But if we keep dying like this, they'll be in trouble. Solaris is going to go down immediately. I mean, it's just like textbook, honestly. You blink in, you get the, you know, you get the lasso. You have Yunji flying. You've got the Ice Path as well, and they're looking to Roshan right now. And why not? They've got plenty of room to do so. They've got plenty of map control. There's only 1 2 2 on the map, and it's up in the top lane. So really, there's nothing Penn can do about this. They're pinging it out. They know that it's happening, but there's not much they can do regardless. It's not going to be the fastest push on the world, but it's pretty quick, so it doesn't matter. Ice Path up on Roshan. He's taking a bit of damage, and it probably will go to 6, I imagine, or maybe to the Storm Spirit. He has 3 slots. Maybe we'll go for Yuji at this point. I'm not sure why he needs it. He's got a Bloodstone, so maybe just give it to Styx. Who has a Hyperstone, by the way. Nope, they will give it to Yuji. Despite the fact that he has Bloodstone with 12 charges, and he's going to buy an Ultimate Orb, by the way, so that Scythe is even closer to getting finished. So Yuji and his team may be looking to pressure the tier 3. They've got plenty of items. They've got plenty of things that they want to do, including push the tier 3 in the racks. Maybe even go for the tier 2, but they're actually pinging on Asot right now. Very close to a Mask of Madness, and he's got his Chronosphere up again, so he's actually going to maybe sell that GG branch to buy it. Yep, there it goes. So Faceless Void looking to slow down this aggression from University of Toronto, but that's going to be hard to do if they have good positioning. Casual Yasha from the Bat Rider, give him a little bit more mobility. PH Kim going to go for what looks to be a Cloak into a Hooded Defiance. Drums is on him as well. And there's the last one to Solaris. There's the Chronosphere on the backside, though. Some nice bait. LB's actually caught in the Ice Path or something, and a lot of damage is going there. But Asot's on the high ground right now, and Asot can't do anything, and he's going to go down. It's going to be double kill or 2 kills going away. But Lifesteal actually does go down. But Yuji is on the backside, and I don't know where he is, but he'll be in there in just a second. He's actually nowhere near this fight, apparently. Solaris taking a lot of damage. He's going to try to get out of there alive. And Rusika and LB and Kamar should be the only ones here, and they actually might go down right now. This might be not the best idea for them. They're going to keep trying to go right now. Penn still wanting to initiate, but there's Yunji, and boy, he's going to clean up like crazy. Yeah, he's going to get a double kill immediately, and maybe even go for a triple kill on you like grab baddies. And yep, that'll be a triple kill. Nice split earth, but it doesn't matter. And there's the triple kill. So yeah, nice plays by Yunji, and he's looking pretty good.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Looking for me?
They're actually going to TP out and down to the bottom lane. Yeah, Asot, I don't think that would have saved you guys anyways. I mean, maybe. You probably could have gotten a triple kill if you weren't up there. But then Yuji would have come into the backside and killed everybody anyway, so it doesn't matter. I mean, honestly, like, it's just too much damage. Yunji's just, like, he's level 19. I don't even have the game stats up. You see this? That's, like, crazy. It's, like, 19 to 14. Net worth, yeah, okay. So, Asot, you need to farm a little bit more if you want to catch up to him. And, I mean, he can. Yunji's going to be maxed out pretty soon, honestly. He's actually looking for a gank. He can probably get one, even if there's 2 here. He could be aggressive right now. He's making a static Remnant Bomb, essentially. If Asot even comes anywhere close to this, he's going to die. He's going to die. Yeah. Oh, he's actually going to go. There's the pull. Nope. No, it's not going to be right where he wants it to be. There's the Chronosphere, actually. Maybe they want to turn this around, but not nearly enough damage. There's the Ice Path, and Asot is very much dead right now. Necropyre up is gonna sort of prevent them from trying to chase this. ASOT will go down, dominating streak for Yunji right now. And University of Penn is going to maybe die here. Wilco going to telekinesis him up, but Yunji looking for more. Will find at least one, perhaps. Yes, there's one. He's going to keep all lightning. He's actually going to maybe go for Solaris in second. This actually might go down, but he's got an Aegis, so it doesn't really matter. Yunji will go down. The Aegis is prop buybacks happening from a lot of people in this game right now. Double kill for Drew Sika, and 3 for what seems to be like 1 or 2 trade. And there's the long range ball lightning and pull from Yunji onto Solaris. So. And the Rexes were taken in the meantime by Sticks, so that seems to be GG at this point. I mean, they're just playing against a team that's a little bit more coordinated, a little bit in better position, and it really comes down to Yunji on that Storm Spirit winning that solo lane against the Bounty Hunter, and he just didn't do nearly enough to stop him. So it looks like it'll be a 2-0 for University of Toronto. They'll move on, and University of Penn, while they looked good, a few points in the previous games, and even in this game they had a few good moments, they got outclassed, honestly, and ASOT is going to try to go for a kill, but he's going to get lassoed, and that's going to be the death of him, and they're going to start the well backs here at this moment, so there's a nice little split earth onto 2, but it doesn't matter. Not doing it too much damage, and GG is called from the side of UPenn, and that's going to be it. That is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen, and a school session being taught by University of Toronto. The topic, Storm Spirit, and how to dive a well. Unnecessarily. So nice job there by both teams. Of course, University of Toronto just playing absolutely out of their minds.
Dire's top barracks are under
playing
attack.
so well, really. Yunji going to get these Rexes now. Wants to make a creep armor before he does so, though, and get those 2 last hits. He's at 5,000 gold. Really, the story, last game, Yunji, or this game was Yunji. Previous game was LB on that Bat Rider early on into the game. Sticks so effectively. Oh boy, you're going to be in some trouble, my friend. And there's going to be the Chronosphere onto 2. They really want this kill on LB. I don't think they'll get it. There's going to be Sheep onto ASOT. ASOT's in some trouble. Nice Ice Path onto 3. And then the Ravage. And the Team Void. And that's it. And more feeding. So, once again, if you enjoyed the cast, thanks for joining us. We'll be back here at 7 p.m. Eastern, which is approximately 3 hours from now. We'll have a game between UTA, University of Texas Austin, and Cal State Sacramento. So if you are up in about 3 hours, if you're a European, or if you're an American and you enjoy late night, not really late night, but early night, I guess, Dota action will have a best of 3 in just a little while. Hopefully a little bit better competition than this one. Hopefully it goes to a game 3. This one, however, did not. University of Toronto taking this 2-0. And it was fun, and there goes the well, and that's it. Thanks for joining us here on NeoDota. You can follow us at NeoDota. Check out our new website at neodota.com. Please check it out. It's really cool. I really enjoy neodota.com. You should go there. If you'd like to follow me, you can follow my Twitter at MautDota2. It says right up there, M-A-U-T Dota2, and all that jazz. 3 drums of endurance. Well, that's necessary. Anyways, I'll see you guys in about 3 hours. Have a good night, everybody.